So here are some scary good swaps I have made for sustainability. Absolutely nothing in this video is sponsored. It is all purchased by myself and my own money. So I thoroughly do love these products and I would not be recommending them if I didn't. Swap number one is reusable napkins. I don't buy paper napkins. Everything I use related to napkins is like towels and rags. If I'm cleaning, I use a rag. If there's a spill, I use a rag or a towel. Like, we are not using paper towels in this household. I'm not a paper towel fan. I think arguably they're one of the most wasteful items because you literally swipe and then it's a bad quality, sucks, rips, drips, like so bad. Another kitchen swap that we use is we have Blueland dishwasher tablets. I really like these. They are plastic free, no plastic pods of the sorts, anything like that. We are not using those. We're using the Blueland tabs. So speaking of washing, our laundry detergent, we don't buy the giant gallons of liquid detergent because I feel like most of that is water. So we go with like right now we have a powder detergent we're using. Prior to the powder detergent, we had the Blueland detergent tablets, and I don't know if it's like user error. They like left my clothes a little streaky. I'd love to try them again and give them a second chance. I think I just needed to use them a different way, and I was just like throwing them in on top of the clothes and not like at the bottom because I would forget to throw them in at the bottom. So I think I want to give those another shot, but I'm not entirely sure. So if you've used them and had success, let me know because my clothes always come out like detergent-y. Speaking of detergent, house dishwasher, I got married at the end of August and my husband and I are proud homeowners. We've been living in our house for 10 months now, which is super exciting and super awesome. And like, oh my God, we bought a house, crazy. But one thing we have been doing is composting. So we're swapping our food waste from the garbage can, from going into the garbage can to going into the compost bin beside the garbage can. So I love our compost, arguably. One of the things I find more interesting, because I had a compost bin at my parents' house and it was not composting. I think the ratios were off and it just wasn't there. I have like a dual side compost tumbler. I think it's by Black & Decker. I haven't emptied it yet. I'm kind of waiting till the spring when we do a big garden. I'd like to use the compost in there. So I'm hoping that it's still good and holds out till then. But the one side is doing really well. If the other side, it does not turn out well, by the spring, I will be emptying that out and like restarting that side and then ultimately restarting kind of the whole thing. Kitchen wise, there's some products that we can't avoid that are in plastic at the moment, which would be things like sour cream or it's mainly sour cream. We buy a lot of sour cream. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Cucumber salad. But we buy a lot of sour cream. So we have sour cream containers and we wash and save those. So then we can use them or give them to people that come over if they want leftovers or anything, cookies, snacks, to go. Fill up the little containers and then they can have them and you don't have to worry about not getting your glassware back. Something else we do is use like the glass storage container. Like, I don't buy plastic bags. So like if I bring pretzels to work or something, I won't put it in a plastic bag. I'll put it in like a glass storage container or a plastic like olive container. Moving on upstairs to the bathroom. This is where like I started my like sustainable lifestyle journey, and it all kind of started with toothpaste bites. So Bite toothpaste, it's my jar. You can tell this is old. We can't read her. Little beauty guru action here. She's crusty. I literally just filled her because I had a refill, but these little tablets, I love them. I'm trying to get everybody to use them. It wasn't a hard switch for me. It's a hard switch for some. There's a consistency issue for other, or like texture issue. I get it. But this, it's my favorite toothpaste. I've tried other Bites. nothing compares to Bite. And along with the toothpaste, you obviously need a bamboo toothbrush. These are the Humble brushes. I got this from TJ Maxx. It came in a box. Came in a paper box that can be recycled. And the toothbrush itself came in a paper sleeve. Paper. You see that? So you can recycle, you can compost this. I'll probably end up composting this. I like the bamboo toothbrushes because you can compost the toothbrush when you're done. Next is something I think is awesome and amazing. And ever since buying a house and living in a house, we have 2 toilets. So what do we need and what do we use? In the toilets is really awesome. On the Blueland Kick, we have the like fizzy toilet bowl tabs, and I really like those. And they smell great. They're like lemony are the ones we have. Love that for us. And it's so much better than like squirting the like blue stuff, and I always feel like I like made a mess with that. Along with the toilet paper. This is Who Gives a Crap. Because who gives a crap? Everybody gives a crap. So why not give a crap about where your toilet paper comes from? With Who Gives a Crap, I got a box for Christmas last year, okay? A box of, I think the biggest one they have is 48 rolls for 1 to 2 people. I have 4 rolls left, okay? We like moved into our house the end of January-ish, 9.5 months, and I still have toilet paper from January when I moved in, like, and opened the box. If I only have to buy 1 box a year, that's crazy. Love that for me. 50% of their profits get donated, and they help reduce deforestation, which is super important as people are cutting things down and administrations are doing crazy things and all of that crazy stuff. Imagine you get in the shower, you go to wash your hair, but there's no shampoo, just bars. What do? Oh, thank goodness you asked. You use a shampoo bar and a conditioner bar. These are mine. These are from Lush. I have tried various other shampoo bars and they all have left my hair greasy and too oily. I have been using these arguably the second most longest, along with the Bite toothpaste bits. I started this like journey a little bit before going into college. So 2019, I started this because I wanted to really work on reducing my waste and my impact on the world, and I wanted to make a positive impact, not a negative impact. So I switched to these, and these last a very long time. I can probably go like, I want to say like 6 months out of this bar. This conditioner bar, I cut this. Okay, I went on vacation, I cut it up into like 3 chunks, 2 chunks down. This is my last big chunk, like the middle section. And I want to say I've had this for over a year. This I go through maybe 2 or 3 a year. This, I've had this for easily over a year. The next thing I love in a shower routine is a bar of soap. I, for a while, was very anti bar soap on the body because I just felt like this sheen or this like weird sensation. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Like you're too clean or you can't get it off, or I don't know. It's just like a weird sensation. So wasn't a fan. However, I somehow managed to acquire so many bars of soap, hand soap. Like I don't know what I'm doing to acquire all these bars of soap. I'm not buying them. They're just appearing. So I'm like, let's use these bars of soap. So I literally only have 2 hand pumps, like pumps for soap. One is in like the downstairs bathroom because most of the guests use that. In the upstairs bathroom, we have a bar of soap. In the kitchen sink, we have a bar of soap. We also have a pump at the kitchen sink, because those are the 2 most used bathrooms. But I always use the bar of soap if I'm washing my hands. The next thing I do to take my makeup off is I will use a makeup eraser, makeup towel. You can buy these literally TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, these are everywhere. And they are worth the money. They're not that expensive and they're worth the money. I have probably saved thousands of dollars. I do my makeup every day, and taking a makeup wipe and taking them off, not it. I have been using this Zara & Co. Let's see. The eyeliner. This is black eyeliner. It comes in a glass tube with a bamboo brush. I'm a winged eyeliner girly, okay? Winged eyeliner girly. This, love this. This is my second bottle, and I do have the first bottle I got of this, and you can, I'm pretty sure, send them back to her and be recycled or reused or sanitized and be a part of the process again, which is super awesome and great to be like a zero waste. You keep your top and you send the bottom part back. And this is a small business, and you should really check this out because I highly recommend. I have her face cleanser also, which comes in a glass bottle with a pump. And then once you get a refill, you don't need the pump, obviously, because you have a pump, so you just get twisty top. You know the drill. So I'm super excited to start using that. I'm trying to finish my current face wash, which is literally almost out, so I'm super excited to switch. Something I use daily is deodorant, and I had purchased Wild deodorant, okay? And I was using Wild, I was probably on my like second or third refill of Wild, and they got bought by a conglomerate, okay? Conglomerate's big company. They eat the little guys, and they're all under one big umbrella. In a roundabout kind of answer. So I don't want to support the big conglomerate because I want my little guys, and usually that means like a sustainable product becomes less sustainable because they cut corners during supply chain and all that kind of stuff, which is not great. So I already bought this aluminum case, right? There's not Wild deodorant in here. No. Love the smell. This is pomegranate and dahlia, okay? It fits in here. I'm not gonna pull this down, but it fits in here. I purchased Fussy. Okay, Fussy is from the UK. Came in this small box. 3 refills. Okay, so I'm super excited to try these. They literally fit in here, pop right in, and it's great, no problem. I'm happy that the refill fit in the case I already had because, one, I didn't want to buy another case. I used to have the Myro deodorant, and that did not work for me, so I'm just not gonna talk about it. Another thing I use for all my bleeders out there is a Diva cup, and I also arguably think that my Diva cup is one of the things that I have saved the most money using, swapping from your traditional pads or tampons to a Diva cup. It's great. Another sustainable swap I have been doing is my coffee. Love coffee. I'm a coffee girly. I make a lot of coffee. And we were gifted a very nice espresso machine for our bridal shower. I have saved a lot of money making coffee at home, and you know what's great about that? I get to compost the coffee grounds. Okay, I get to drink my own coffee. I get to grind my own coffee at my own rate, at my own pace, blah, 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 whatever. And I get to make my own creamer, which I recently started doing for the past couple months, and so easy. Let me tell you, making creamer is so easy. If you want a little tutorial on how to make your own coffee creamer, let me know because it is literally so easy. I think that's it for my swaps for today. I'm sure I'm missing a couple I wrote down, but overall that's pretty much the majority of them. Most of these swaps are pretty easy to implement, like just buying a different form of shampoo. Pretty simple. Some of them I do understand can be harder and stuff, or just depending where you live, like if you can't compost or have a bin outside, you know. There's all sorts of external factors, but overall, I feel like hopefully you're inspired to try something new, try a sustainable swap, a scary good swap. Ooh, I hope you had a lovely time here chatting it up with me, listening to my spooky swaps, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget that your actions matter and they have an impact, so make it a positive one.